This is your boy Cookie Dough Plays, and this is the Hogwarts Legacy Review. Hogwarts Legacy is a game filled with nostalgic, memorable moments and great reviews by mostly everybody. Don't get me wrong, I think it is great too. For once, the developers did everything they said they were going to, and nothing beats the feeling of the smooth combat in this game. I also finished the game in 30 hours, nowhere near the 50-hour mark the devs talked about. And that was just with straight story and like 25% side quests and exploring. This is when I realized some glaring holes in this game. Especially since the news after launch of no DLC. Like what? No DLC, you have a fleshed out Quidditch field and a whole world that is begging for more story, co-op, and enemy variety. What happened to Sebastian's sister? Man, if they don't add Quidditch and some more story, it would kind of ruin it for me. Even with the talk of a sequel, see, there are so many of quality of life improvements they could make, with the spell wheels for example. Also, the lack of enemy variety is a huge problem in this game. The combat luckily is fresh and never gets old thanks to the spells and different color shields enemies use, but the AI is some of the dumbest I have ever seen in a game. They literally run around while one attacks at a time. I get they had to balance it, just seems there are too many enemies on screen just waiting to attack. Also, as I said, the game time doing the main quest was only 30 hours with a side quest and some exploration. They said 50 hours for just story, which is the perfect mark for an RPG like this. It had one of the worst ending boss fights ever in a game, with a kind of poor ending, no spoiler here. Then there is the first 5 hours of the game. Beautiful. Perfect. Intro to the school, to magic, and to combat. Then the Great Hall and picking your house. Nothing short of amazing. Then from there you go to class and learn spells and fight in a fight club, but all those missions of having to be in class and learn new spells is gone after like 5 hours. You never have to once be in your dorm room, and you don't have a real day-night cycle or school year cycle. The seasons just kind of change after certain main story missions in the game. This is where the game falls short. It doesn't feel cohesive and like I'm even in a school anymore. There isn't the Ministry of Magic to control when and where magic is used. You're just a kid who kills everything, learning everything you want, using it anywhere. And the NPCs, man. Use The Witcher 3, for example. What, a 5, 6, 7-year-old game? And when you walk through a busy area, everyone speaks, is conversating. In this game, there is barely anything but a few picked out spots of students doing some magic. But it is really bad, and there are barely any NPCs throughout school, and the ones there are from one of 5 character models. I swear, no joke here. So you see the same ones all the time. Okay. Let's talk about what I do love about this game. I love that they added the Vivarium and the Room of Requirements. It added that extra to the gear and to catch wild beasts and a reason to breed and tend to them. Next, the combat is just about perfect. Other than some really dumb enemies, it's more a few of them. The poachers and the goblins are, I guess, a bit smarter. But combat is smooth. The spells are amazing. The upgrade system works just right, even though it doesn't leave a ton of room for different playstyles. And this is a Harry Potter game. The first one that had amazing graphics and did so much so well. They just left so much to be desired, at least for me. If they would have had the game run like the first 5 hours, the whole 30 hours, this could have won Game of the Year. I still think it is one of my favorite games of the year and will be, even with all the negatives that I have talked about. Hey, I gotta keep it real. But one more thing, especially in the first 5 hours, they caught that nostalgic feeling like you were really at Hogwarts and the huge adventure that awaited you. And there are truly riveting moments in the game, like traveling to Gringotts, seeing where Dumbledore died, and riding the broom for the first time. I can happily say the broom is one of the best mounts in any game for real. Makes it even more upsetting there is no Quidditch or plans for it. I mean, they have the whole damn field, and it could be its own thing like Rocket League, you know? But that isn't happening. We have to hope for a sequel, which is what really grinds my gears. No Quidditch, no DLC to pave out the story, give us more enemies, spells, and story, as well as some quality of life improvements. I guess let's wait for 2 and be thankful for this game as it is Portkey's first game. With this being their first game, I can strongly give this an 8 out of 10. If not Harry Potter, then a 7.5. Just wish they kept that enthralling first 5 hours going throughout. Maybe a little too much freedom in this game. Well, that's all from your boy Cookie Dough. I do recommend this game. Game of the year, it is not. Adios.